want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Chicago Bears. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now Montgomery running right, and he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D. Spot. No.
Play fake. Mariota. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Hey, kill. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. It's going to be a long day. Value three.
After the interception, here's Goff. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, LA! Cooper Kupp, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And some space here. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. He's all alone, Tyrod Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Goff now looks to throw. Airing it out deep for Woods. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner Kyle Fuller. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Woods the intended receiver. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Following the interception here, Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. 120. Mike, 58, right there. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
The 5th year back from Texas. This is Malcolm Brown. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Roquan Smith, fresh off a solid rookie campaign, in on the tackle for Chicago. On second down, it's Brown, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
This pass from Goff to Everett, the tight end. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. Last year for Everett, just 33 catches, 2 touchdowns, but he really has a chance to cement himself as a top tight end in this offense. People around the organization said he had a really good offseason, and he's ready to make that next step. To throw again on second down. Goff, that's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they stake claim to the lead here. It's 10-8. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This fielded at the 2. And not a good return here. He is brought down at the 7-yard line.
Here we go.
Their own 7-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And taken right at the 35. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
180. 3 bucks.
On first down, Brown. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
That's a gain of 7.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota eluding the pressure right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. From the gun, Mariota. Throwing left side, it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Run to its fill. Watch the twist.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A A huge play there for Chicago. And even 40 yards. A first down throw for Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Shell. SOS.
Now Goff on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own. And to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner Kyle Fuller. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. In search of redemption from the pick 6. Goff. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Goff. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here's Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They go with Brown. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Rams on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Hey, orbit.
On first down, it's gone. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. To throw is gone. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now Goff. Nowhere there to escape, and he goes down. gravesKING09's has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, that was their third sack of the ball game. Second in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now the 2nd down throw on target. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mariota. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get up the field, defense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Let's go. Let's go.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Mariota on 1st down. Buying time to his left. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let him know. Let him know. Go, Mike.
Throwing, Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Charlie. 51's the mark. 51's the mark.
To the air again, Mariota. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. Rush coming, and he's taken down. gravesKING09's in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Hey, 58 is a Mike. 14.
Gone. Oh, A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Tyler Higbee. Incomplete. It's second down and
10. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
12.
Goff now looking to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
5. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, watch the leg.
From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this one is right through. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now Mariota. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
To throw on second and 10. Mariota, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Third and long here for Mariota. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Hey, lift! 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 Lift!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Buster Screen. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battles.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Mariota to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to loft it, and the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year as the Bears push further out in front. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Following the interception here, Mariota escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. Mariota now from the 50. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Mariota now, perfect since the 2nd half started at 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
He can run for it, and he will. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the right hash, this from 53. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught by Kupp. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Team 6. 11.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff airing it out deep. That's caught inside the 20. So with a big gainer anyways, they'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
Hold on. Check.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. That's taken in by Henderson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of 1, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
120. Yes, sir. You gonna see me in your nightmare. Shell. Hey, Alpha.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Mariota. And he's got his man on the out route. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Back now in Los Angeles. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Play action now. Mariota. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the rookie from Washington, Taylor Rapp, who picked it. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Jared Goff, 4 times last year he led the Rams on a fourth-quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? Goff now to throw. And, oh, my goodness, what a catch at the 6. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it here to Brown. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Back to throw, Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender...
He's got it at the 15. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 58 yards. From the red zone now, Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Samson Abuka able to record his 5th sack of the season. Throwing on second and long. Mariota going for it all. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing is Mariota. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now it's gone. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Now Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal in the game game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On third down, Mariota. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now gone. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 10 yards on the play. It's 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Henderson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Goff going to give this one to Henderson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Henderson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Goff. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. This defense not going to lag back. They come with pressure that time, force him out of the pocket, and the incompletion.
And so many times when you're watching a game, you're seeing the offense doing all the dictating. In this case, the defense said, we're dictating the terms, and turned it loose towards him.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Flushed out right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this is going to be recovered in the end zone. And he's got a Super Bowl touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair. Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot. So for Los Angeles, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Rams are victorious here as we say so long from Exposition Park in L.A.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out in my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wheel. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We see